Will you be able to do this? Do you think this is doable by the end of July and get the bill passed?
Yeah, if we split this thing into two parts, border defense, take what spending cuts that we've already identified, bank those, extend current tax law, take an automatic tax increase off the table, increase the debt ceiling for about a year. By the way, that'll be a shocking amount, about $2.5 trillion just to get us into March of 2026. That ought to tell people we better fix this.
Senator Ron Johnson suggesting there is a way to get reluctant Republicans on board with a tax extension bill as quickly as possible. Joining me now is Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, great to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Good to see you. Thanks.
This was music to the ears of us supply-siders who are very concerned that folks who are justifiably concerned about all this spending that needs to be cut back may hold the tax cut extensions hostage for the sake of that. It doesn't sound like that's where Ron Johnson, there was some suspicion about where Ron Johnson was going and wanting to split up the bills, but it seems like he's serious about really getting those tax extensions in there quickly. No?
David, there are some of us, myself included, I was talking about using all three reconciliations last fall. Before we got going on this. We've got three shots at that apple. President Trump wants us to do the 2017 tax cuts, no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security, and restore R&D, and also bonus depreciation and interest in a big, beautiful bill.
Yeah.
We have the ability to do that. We are working off the Senate's number of a $6.5 trillion figure. That would put us on track to meet the president's goal and our goal of a balanced budget next year. It is going to take us a bit to get this ship turned around, and whether it's one bill or 10 bills, we are going to pass President Donald Trump's agenda. We are going to pass the largest tax cut in history. We are going to avoid the largest tax hike in history. And the American people want to see this done. And Republicans are united in getting this done.
Well, they're united, but there's a question of priority. And to me, the top priority is getting that tax extension in for a very simple reason. In 5 or 6 months, taxes are going to go up no matter what you do. You're going to have time to deal with the other issues, but you got to get those tax extensions in now. The economy needs a shot in the arm right now. It's been shaken by trade, by the leftover of the Biden administration, no growth policy. So we really need it now more than ever, no?
And certainty is what people want to see. When I'm home in Tennessee, what people talk about is certainty and being able to plan, because all during the Biden years, they were not able to plan. They were not able to invest. There is a lot of capital that is sitting on the sidelines. There are a lot of positions that are not filled in companies. I was talking to somebody at church yesterday, and they were talking about a recent college graduate in their family. And people are saying, we are not hiring right now. They're waiting to see what we're going to do. We owe it to the president. We owe it to the American people to get these tax cuts, 2017 tax cuts, made permanent. And we need to do it before the end of June and get it to the president's desk so he can sign it by July 4th. And then let's move on to all these other great ideas for tax credits and spending reductions. Let's do these rescission bills where we can pull in those DOGE cuts and get the spending down. That's how we cut into that baseline.
Russ Vought has already started. The head of the OMB has already started. He's got a whole bunch of those rescissions that he's going to be sending over to you. I know $9 billion is the first one, and that doesn't seem much compared to $175 billion in DOGE savings, but after time, those things will add up. You know, what kills me, though, is not everybody, even some Republicans, have been bad-mouthing DOGE and Elon Musk. Susan Collins, your colleague in the Senate there, seemed to be saying that, you know, she doesn't want all these DOGE cuts. I just want to play a little soundbite of her and get your reaction. Roll it.
I'm very concerned about the impact on the state of Maine on everything from our national.
He's talking about the DOGE cuts. Is DOGE really the problem? Isn't it spending that's the problem? Does she get that?
You better believe it. Washington does not have a revenue problem. It has a spending problem. It has a priority problem. We've got debt over $36 trillion. We have to begin to make spending reductions, which, by the way, every time we reduce spending, we are saving the taxpayer money. And David, we ought to be running a rescission package every single month and getting rid of some of these line items that have outlived their usefulness.
Absolutely. Finally, I want to get one thing in that deals with your own state. The president, as you know, has been having a hell of a time deporting some of these criminal aliens, specifically because a lot of mayors around the country have this, whether it's called a sanctuary city program, that they're making life difficult for ICE to clean up their own city streets, including the Nashville mayor in your own state. No?
Well, you're right about that. And we have written DOJ. I have been in touch with AG Bondi, requesting that they look at the actions of the office of the mayor of Nashville. And they need to also look at these other big blue city mayors that have pushed back. DHS is working within the law. They are carrying out their mission to remove these criminal illegal aliens. I have not talked to one person who wants Tren de Aragua, MS-13, gangs, drug dealers, sex traffickers, pedophiles in their neighborhoods.
Of course they don't want
These are the people that they're deporting. Let's get them deported.
I really don't understand why they want to die on this hill, because it looks like a hill that the Democratic Party is going to die on. Senator, great to see you again. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.